For the past 13 seasons, Gable Stage has been at the cutting edge of theater in South Florida, striving to present the most vital works of contemporary playwrights worldwide, and has maintained a tradition of bringing plays directly from successful Broadway and off-Broadway runs, as they did this past season with 6 Southeastern premieres. In addition to the main stage productions, Gable Stage also presents a robust series of educational programs to Miami-Dade County Public Schools every year, with both in-house and school tour productions. Last season's presentations reached more than 40,000 middle and high school students. They also mount several free productions in off-site venues every year to provide theater to underserved communities throughout Miami-Dade County. And every year, we ask producing artistic director Joe Adler to chat with us and give us a rundown of all the new plays for the season. Thanks for being on South Florida Arts Beat. How are you, Joe?
I'm very well, thank you, Paul. It's good to talk to you.
Always great to speak with you. And Gable Stage, again, here we go, another season, 2011-2012, right around the corner.
It's our 14th season.
How's Gable Stage doing?
Actually, considering that we're in what we call the new normal, we're doing quite well. I'm generally very pleased. Our loyal subscribers and our loyal core supporters have been there for us even in difficult times, and we're grateful for that.
Yeah, membership really is an important component to continue any theater.
It's absolutely key. And as I said, we're fortunate to have those supporters.
And so tell us, is there any movement with the Playhouse?
Well, the Playhouse is still, things are still moving forward, albeit, more slowly than we would like.
Yeah.
And there are always complications and all kinds of issues that come up.
Okay. So
but in general, I think it's going to happen, and we're plugging ahead, and we'll see what the time frame is.
Yeah, and that's the Coconut Grove Playhouse.
That's,
I think people
that's a new theater we're going to have at the Coconut Grove Playhouse site.
Yeah, we wish you the best of luck with that.
I thank you.
Well, let's get into it, because you've got a fantastic season coming up, and November 5th is opening night for your first production.
It is, and we're really thrilled to be opening with the Tony Award-winning play, Best Play, in 2010 on Broadway, Red by John Logan, a play about the abstract expressionist painter Mark Rothko.
Oh, tell us about that.
Well, it's set in 1958 when he was commissioned, and it was the biggest commission up to that point ever paid to an artist, to do a series of murals that would hang in the Four Seasons restaurant, which was in the new Seagram building that was being built in New York in that period. And it's a terrific piece, and it's a piece we're very proud to be leading off with.
So, Joe, I understand you're having a fundraiser. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, this gives me an excellent opportunity to tell your listeners that we originally had scheduled a fundraiser for the opening night of the season, the opening night of Red, which is on November 5th at 8 p.m., but due to the large volume of requests by our subscribers and our single-ticket buyers for that opening night, we've decided to postpone that event. So tickets are now available for that particular night for regular prices, and all people will have to do now to reserve seats is to go online or call the box office.
Oh, I see. You're going to reschedule the fundraiser?
We will, and we'll certainly let everyone know when we decide when we're going to be doing it.
Yeah, you have a great email list that you send out information, so check your email and check the website. And so as we move on to the second play of the season, now the title we have to be a little sensitive with, because there's an expletive in the title of the play.
So let me say it. It's The Mother Expletive with the Hat by Stephen Adley Gurgis. And this play was a big hit on Broadway last season with Chris Rock.
Oh, right.
And it's a play that, despite the fact that the title may not be an easy one for us to use on the air, a play that I think is going to be a huge success with our audience. It certainly was well received in New York.
Now, how do you deal with an expletive being in the title of the play, like for marketing purposes? You just put a couple of asterisks, it looks like?
We do. We use a couple of asterisks, and that does present some problems. But I think that we can overcome that. It's certainly the kind of language that is in the play is not new to our audiences, and I don't think it's going to pose too much of a problem at all.
Well,
the play is a really, really wonderful piece that is truly funny.
Tell us a little bit about it, a little nugget.
Well, it's about a man who's trying to get clean and sober, and is involved with a girlfriend who's still into drugs. and it also involves his relationship with his sponsor in AA. And as I said, believe me when I say this is a very, very funny play.
Okay, so
there's some surprises. I'm going to keep that to us.
Okay, fine, fine. And that opens January 7th.
Yes, that runs on January 7th through February 5th.
Right. So we move along to number 3 on your schedule.
Another play that was a big hit on Broadway, A Steady Rain by Keith Huff, a play about 2 Chicago cops who've been friends since childhood and deals with, honor, loyalty. It's also a really wonderful character study.
And that's your March 3rd through April 1st, A Steady Rain.
That's correct.
Now, do you have 6 programs this year? Is that one?
We do. We do 6 plays every year.
Okay, I thought you did 5 every year. Okay, so you've got 6. And we move along because, we want to tell a little bit about each one. So the 4th one in your season, starting in May 5th.
Time Stands Still by Donald Margulies, one of our favorite playwrights. And this is a play that also was very successful on Broadway. I must say, and you hear this from everyone every year, I probably said it before myself, but I really think this is an exceptional season that we've lined up this year. We're really proud of it. So, Time Stands Still, Donald Margulies, a terrific piece about a woman who returns from the battlefield. She's a photojournalist, lives in Brooklyn, and her relationship with her husband, who's also a journalist. It was definitely hailed as one of the best new plays on Broadway last year.
Wow, you really, when you pick plays, you really know how to pick them. I mean, everything that so far has been a hit on Broadway or what have you.
Well, I'm happy to hear you say that. We worked very hard to pick these plays. The next play, the 5th, is a play by a playwright we've produced quite a few times here, David Mamet.
Oh, yeah.
And this play is called Race, another play that was a big success in New York. And it's, Mamet is a Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright, and, he tackles the subject of race. And it's about 2 lawyers, one black and one white, and they find themselves defending a wealthy white executive against the charge of raping a young black woman. So it poses some very, very provocative questions about race. The final play is a play called Ruined by Lynn Nottage, and this won the 2009 Pulitzer Prize for Drama, the Drama Desk Award, the Outer Critics Circle Award, the Lucille Lortel and Obie Awards. Big award winner. Takes place in the Congo, and is Lynn Nottage's take on Brecht's Mother Courage. Several seasons ago, we did her play Intimate Apparel, which was very successful. And
that's your final show?
That's the final play of the season.
Oh, we're already talking about that's all the way September 8th.
That's already September 8th
2012.
October 7th.
Yes.
I'd like to tell you about something I'm very encouraged by. Our educational programming has been very, very central to our mission for, all during the run of our 13 years here thus far. And, this year we're doing some truly exciting things. And, we estimate we've played to over 1 million Miami-Dade County Public School students during the years we've been here. And this year we're about to start a tour of Shakespeare's Julius Caesar to the public schools. And at the same time, we're going to be, as we start Red, we're going to be doing morning 10 a.m. performances, special performances of the play.
Really?
For students from Miami-Dade County Public Schools. We're going to bus in 3 busloads of kids to every performance at 10 a.m., these special performances. So, it's a really, really exciting time for us. And, I'm very grateful that we're able to maintain that program.
Well, the Miami-Dade Public Schools owns WLRN, so it's a wonderful sort of circle here of partnership. Here you are servicing the children, and then you're on with us telling us about it. I think that's great. Over 1 million kids over the years.
Well, as I said, that's central to the mission that we have, which is to develop that audience. I mean, without that audience, what's going to happen in the years to come? So.
Have you ever had one of the kids come back maybe several years later or anything like that? Has there ever been a story?
Many, many times they've come back and said, the first play we saw was at your theater. And some of them even say that's when our interest in theater began.
And so are the plays, when they're for the kids, are they changed at all?
No. That's the thing I'm most proud of. Obviously, we do an adaptation of Julius Caesar because we have to bring it down to 1 hour to fit the time frame that they give us at the public schools. But the production of Red will be the exact same production of the play that our regular subscribers will see, which I think makes it even more remarkable that they get to see the same play that plays to their parents and whatever. And it's a play that, as I said earlier, won the Tony Award for the best play on Broadway.
And what about funding for that? Everything's okay? I know there's always talk of the arts being cut, but it seems like Dade Schools has really done a fantastic job with maintaining as much as we can.
They have, and that's the reason that I'm very excited about this, because while there were some cutbacks, it's starting to open up again.
Yeah. And
the corporations and foundations that support us and support that educational programming have really stepped up, and, this is very key to the future.
Well, you've got a fantastic season, 6 great programs. Producing artistic director Joe Adler, as always, we thank you for being on South Florida Arts Beat.
Thank you, Paul, and thanks for all the good that South Florida Arts Beat does to promote the arts.
If you want more information, head over to gablestage.org for the full list of shows and tickets, and join me on my online radio show for more interviews all about South Florida theater at BroadwayEdition.org, or you can follow me at twitter.com/Paul Leary. I'm always looking for theaters who want to be interviewed for my online radio show. You can contact me at BroadwayEdition.org. For South Florida Arts Beat, I'm Paul Leary.